It's me, Renee. I'm back. And as you can see from the title, this is this week's TBR, or the Vaultathon Round 10 TBR. And so it starts today. I already knew this was happening in September. I forgot that was happening today, before today. But yeah, here I am joining in. I was planning on joining in, and yeah, it's now, this week. So sadly, this is actually the last Vaultathon. Well, I suppose all good things have to come to an end, and also like if you do things forever or like for eternity, after a while people are gonna get mad, gonna get tired. So stopping while it's still fun is a good way to do it. Though I suppose it's also a good way to make people sad that you're stopping. But yeah, I do kind of, I suppose in a way, realize why it's ending, or I can understand why it's ending. A bit sad, but yeah. And also the world of fun, the idea behind it was to focus on underappreciated Disney movies. Now there are some underappreciated Disney movies, yes, but I would say like maybe the majority of them are kind of like uh, kind of in the norm, kind of like kind of movies everyone thinks about. Like if you say Disney, you can probably at the top of your head name like 10, maybe 15 movies. And so at least in my head, an underappreciated um or underrated movie. It's a movie that you shouldn't think about like that, or like if you're not a big fan of the movie, it's a movie that only big fans know about or care about. And so in that regard, yeah, Disney doesn't have a lot of those really, at least not in my head. So yeah, I mean, just the concept of waterfun, you can't really do that forever really. I suppose if you had like a Disney-a-thon where you had the same thing, a readathon based on Disney movies, yes, that could you could do the all the movies then, and that would be like at this point I think we're at 70? No, 68? Well, we're close to 70, I think. So like just doing the Disney movies, yeah, that could be a lot. But was also like even that could be a lot. But yeah, me rambling. But yeah. So yeah, also I decided since this is the last Vaultathon, sadly, I'm gonna read you a recommendation video for every prompt. And I'm gonna film them today and then post them today. So yeah, you'll have a lot of fun videos today to watch from yours truly. So yeah. And then let's get to as you see now, this is my TBR for this week. And yeah, let's get to them. So the first prompt is searching for belonging. Hercules. Okay, sorry. Maybe I said it. Okay, if in case I didn't say it, this week's Vaultathon movie is Hercules from 1997. It's actually one of the few Disney movies I remember seeing in my childhood. I mean, I probably have seen more, but a lot of them I don't really remember seeing for the first time. Like I've seen all of them now, or more or less all of them. But like seeing for the first time, I remember seeing this like at home at a friend's house. I remember having the effects. I remember enjoying this. I suppose not that weird because it came out in 97, 98. I was born in 92, so I would have been like 6 or 7. Yeah, sorry, one of 3, 4, 6. I would have been 5 or 6. So I suppose so it would be around the age for this really. And yeah, so that's really that. I suppose let's get to the books. So really I have like this a hurry, but yeah, I have a few books to talk about. And yeah, as I said, the first one is Searching for Belonging, since Hercules doesn't really belong with adopted parents, and he doesn't really belong in his village, sadly, and he searches for a place to belong in the beginning. So here I'm gonna well, I suppose for a few, well, not for all these. For some of these, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna like, um, I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna give myself some leeway. So I'm a mood reader. So for some of these, I'm gonna have options. I suppose it's not like any TBR. It's always stick to TBR, but any video file sticks to TBR. But yeah, I'm gonna have like options in my video. And yeah, so Invisible Woman, exposing data bias in a world designed for men, by Caroline Criado Perez. So this is a book, as you can see, I already started slightly. Like I've read 30 pages of it. So far, I rather like it. There's quite a lot of numbers, but I am enjoying it. And yeah, I mean, I suppose you might think that this readathon is mostly meant for fiction readers. Well, I read non-fiction as well, and also this readathon is one of those readathons where you rely me. The prompts are so vague that you can use it as whatever you like, really. And non-fiction, hey, I'm gonna do it, and I can do it, so I'm gonna do it. And yeah, so this one, it's I suppose maybe it's a bit far-fetched, but yeah, I mean it's all about like how things in the world is designed for men, with men in mind. Like they often use men as a model when they design stuff. They have men as guinea pigs, etc., etc. So yeah, searching for a place to belong could be like be us women trying to like belong in this world of men. Sounds a bit dramatic, but again, maybe it's not. So yeah, this one. Though again, if I'm kind of wanting a change, I might pick up Twice Hexed by Julia Tufts. Also a book I started. This is the second in a series. I'm not quite sure if the last one. Anyway, it's the second in a series. It's urban fantasy, all about teen witches or this family of witches. And then, yeah, in this book, there's another witch in the story. I started, I started back in May. Haven't read more in it because it wasn't that good as the first one. But I want to read more in it. So yeah, this might be a fun thing to switch it up to because this is fun and light-hearted, with statistics about how, or facts about how we don't really fit into this world as women. Yeah, I suppose might not be the most fun read, like because I mean, could be a bit depressing here now, I'm thinking. But I think, I mean, it's been described as a hopeful but fun read, so yeah, I mean, it doesn't just have sad things, it's also good and solutions in this one. So yeah. So yeah, those two books for the first prompt. Well, at least at the top of my head. Alright, and then we have the second prompt. Give me a moment. Yes, I'm back. The second prompt is a book written by a black woman. Here I decided to go for And They Lived Happily Ever After by Therese Behari. I have other books by black women on my TBR, but I kind of wanted to pick up this now. Though I suppose, yeah, I'm a mood reader, so I might pick up something else, but I kind of want to go for this one. And I can't like making it TBR kind of double checked because nowadays you can't name that Therese. It can be a non-binary person. It can be a trans person. It can be, I mean, it doesn't have to be a woman. I checked. It's a woman, to the best of my knowledge, but it seems to be a woman from South Africa, so that's quite fun. I mean, I don't really think I've read anything by South African. No, yeah, sorry, I've read Trevor Noah's book, but that's it. So I suppose that's just the one. So yeah, reading a fiction book from South Africa, cool. I'm not quite sure um if it's set in South Africa. I do know it's a romantic comedy with fantasy elements. So yeah, kind of fun to pick up this also. And then the next third prompt is inspired by the past. And here I'm gonna go for The Mad Girls of New York. It's by Namaya Rodale. And this is a story about Nellie Bly. Nellie Bly was a real life journalist in the early 1900s. She was inspired by the fictional person, sorry, Julius Fogg, and decided to travel around the world in as fast as she could. I think she ended up doing it in maybe 70 days. I think she like did shorter than the Julius Fogg. But yeah, I'm excited to read about her. It is a fiction, but it's based on her life, and yeah, I really like historical fiction based on people and places. So this looks cool. Moment. And then the fourth prompt is a hero on a quest. It's a hero, but as was heroine is fine as well. Yeah, I decided to go with two books as well. I'm either going with the Bone Spindle, which I have started. You see the bookmark there, but I haven't gotten far. Well, haven't gotten. How do you define far? I haven't gotten a big way in it, but like I am enjoying it. But I suppose sometimes when you're a book reader and there's so many fun books and you just start all the books and then some books get deprioritized. But yeah, I want to read more on this. Or I might pick up this, which is a library book. It's the first in a series, which also works for through September. Yeah, The Crooked Sixpence. It's a middle grade steampunk series, to the best of my knowledge, and it seems fun and whimsical, as steampunks kind of, I suppose, in my mind at least, need to be. So yeah, those. And then lastly, there's two prompts which aren't really prompts. They're more like things like okay, so one prompt. Well, sorry, they're not book-based prompts. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you them. So the fifth one is I won't say I'm in love, which is sorry, reading a book while listening to music. Here I'm gonna go with The Song of the Lioness by Tamora Pierce. And again, I started this book. I have gotten a bit into this because this is actually a bind up of two books, not just one book, so it's technically two books. But yeah, how did you find a book? Like if it's in one, if it's between um, two end pages, isn't that a book? Is this two books? I would call it one book. Anyway, yeah, philosophical in the morning. But yeah, also, fun fact or not fact, I started quite a while ago. I think I might DNF it, but I want to give it another chance. And I think I might just like finish the first book and then not give the second one a try. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, this one I kind of wanted to try a bit more in and then give it a second chance and see really. And then I'm back. Then the last prompt is read a book while or do something for yourself, like something, yeah, just for you. Which I suppose it's not really. I mean, it doesn't have to be a book, but I kind of wanted to focus on like choosing to do a book. So I'm gonna read more in Babel, which is a book all about languages, and I suppose yeah, it's not all about me because because in a way a lot of people like me like non-fiction and like non-fiction about language, but yeah, I kind of want to take this opportunity to read fun to yeah read more in this book. As I said, yeah, I've also started this book. You don't see a bookmark because I've kind of read one part, so I don't really. I mean, like when you read one chapter and finish it, do you need a bookmark? No, you don't really. You don't. So yeah, I want to read a bit more on this. Not really directly shellfish or like doing something for yourself, but I suppose do something because I'm going against the like main people on booktube because it's not fiction and it's about languages, which is not trendy, but or have you. And also like Hercules, I mean, he's a guy who lived in ancient Greece, but like ancient Greece was like empire, so it probably had more than one language in the area, so it works in a roundabout way. Yeah. Anyway. Also, okay, so just a uh, little side note or side note. Last thing to say about yeah. Anyway, so the book. The really fun book because there's always one book which can work for all the prompts. And this time it's Ray Bear by John and Fueco. So yeah, I have it. Um, I actually okay. So I read it last year and 2 years ago. Last year I read it. So I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. but I kind of wanted to give it another chance and kind of reread it because I'm thinking that maybe because when this came out, everyone who read it loved it so much. So I'm thinking maybe I got too high expectations and that kind of let it maybe the reading experience bad for me because like sometimes when you read a lot of good reviews or something, you kind of have to be disappointed. So I'm thinking this maybe when I reread this time it will be better. I'm thinking hopefully it might. And yeah. So I have it like on here as I'm thinking like I might read a bit in it. It's not like I wouldn't say it's a priority like for this readathon, but like I'm thinking like I kind of want to reread it. So I suppose this week might be prudent or good time to do it. I suppose I might like read it next week because okay, so this weekend I'm going away. It's a baptism for my nephew. Yay, fun! But me being me, I'm probably gonna bring some books, and I might also not come back home for like before next Tuesday or Monday. So I might need some books then. So I might pick this up early next week, like in 1 week's time. So yeah, I mean officially this readathon lasts till Sunday, but yeah, I mean sometimes you kind of finish reads on like the day after readathon and stuff. Like, at least I do, and yeah, and that's my TBR at least for this moment. At this point in time, that's my kind of set TBR for this week. And yeah, if you're doing the Vaultathon, tell me any books that you're planning to read. And if you have read any of these books and want to talk about them, discuss them, or just say that they're enjoyable or bad, you can do that as well. And I'll actually see you in next video and later today. And yeah, bye.